Qianwen, an undergraduate student from Beijing Language and Culture University, and I'm very honored to be able to share my research with you at this important international conference. I'll be presenting my recently completed research paper entitled "The Subjective Construction of the Female Body: How Sex Toys Breaks Down Stigmas on Women's Bodies and Sexuality." Now, let me share my screen. First, let me briefly describe the background and motivation for my research. The context in which sex toys emerged can be summarized as one of shock and change. Historically, women's sexual desires and pleasures have often been subject to societal taboos and restrictions, resulting in the perpetuation of gender inequality and marginalization of women's sexual autonomy. However, the emergence and popularization of sex toys has challenged the stigmas and provided a way for women to regain control over their bodies and sexuality. Drawing on interdisciplinary research and feminine theory, the paper explored the transformative role that sex toys play in challenging oppressive norms and fostering positive attitudes toward women's sexuality. In addition, sex toys plays an important role in advancing sex education, enhancing communication between partners, and facilitating discussions about pleasure and body positivity. By breaking down stigmatization and fostering open discussion about women's body and sexuality, sex toys act as catalysts for positive social change, contributing to a more inclusive and equitable society. In terms of research methodology, I first read a large amount of literature in this field. And while I realized that scholars have affirmed the sexual empowerment and liberation of sex toys, I also found there is a lack of more detailed and stereotypical research data in this field. Therefore, in order to have a more comprehensive and in-depth understanding of the perceptions of different groups of people on sex toys today, I designed a questionnaire in terms of biological sex, humanity, self-perception of gender, sexual orientation, willingness to use female sex toys, reasons for not using sex toys, perceptions of female sex toys in the market, and views on the problems of female sex toys in the market. I also conducted in-depth interviews with different respondents, including sex toy users, non-users, and those who self-identify their gender as female, to understand their experience, opinions, and attitudes towards the topic. During the data analysis phase, I statistically analyzed the quantitative data collected through SPSS and other statistical software. Multiple regression analysis was used to explore the influence of biological sex, self-perceived gender, sexual orientation, and femininity in traditional and linguistic context on the choice of sex toys. In the conclusion section, firstly, I emphasize the viewpoint of construction of subjectivity, opposes objectification in research. In order to better reflect the vividness and diversity of the body, I advocate studying from the subject and place the body in everyday life. I believe that the vividness and diversity of the female body can be better demonstrated by understanding women's understanding of their own bodies, how they feel about them, and how they express themselves in various social contexts related to their bodies in their lives. Secondly, the paper refers to empirical approach, which is an important feature of the study of everyday life, focusing on the living space centered on the female subject. This includes women's understanding and feelings about their bodies, their concerns about body image, their worries about themselves, the gaze they receive, the meanings they give to the gazes, and the real expression of the social situation associated with their bodies. Most importantly, the paper explores how feminist analysis of sex toys can be used to break down the stigmatization of women's gender. Feminist theory encouraged rethinking and challenging social stigmatization, and double standards of women's gender. Sex toys help women redefine and reshape their perceptions of sexual pleasure and needs, breaking through traditional gender norms. It's the transformative role that sex toys companies can play in challenging the social stigma attached to women's bodies and sexuality. By investigating respondents' attitudes towards sex toys, I can give some advice to sex toys companies from both the consumer and researcher's perspective. Firstly, sex toys companies must prioritize the safety of their products, where promoting bodily positivity is crucial. Secondly, they can provide sex education resources and positive publicity to normalize the discussion around women's body and sexuality. Additionally, constant research and innovation are the lifeblood of progress in the field. To truly challenge societal biases, sex products companies must be at the forefront of research into women's sexual health and pleasure. Applying the latest scientific findings to product designs improves the quality of life for countless people. Finally, working with sexual health experts and educators is invaluable. Their insights and guidance can assure that these companies' products and messages are in line with scientific understanding. But I must emphasize a worrying finding. Sex toy designers are adopting a more positive attitude towards women's sexuality. But over-promotion can lead to overly permissive attitudes towards sex, particularly with the aim of boosting sex toy sales, which can result in discrimination against female consumers. Looking ahead, there is much to be done in this area of research and advocacy. It is imperative to further investigate how race, age, economic class, and diverse abilities intersect with the sex toys field. By comprehensively understanding and addressing these different perspectives, I believe that we can advance a more holistic and integrated approach to sexual empowerment. Sex toys play an important role in challenging social norms, fostering female subjectivity and sexual liberation, and contributing to a more equitable and fulfilling sexual experience. At this international conference, I hope to be able to share my research findings with the attendants and explore ways to further advance sexual health and sexuality education to ensure that women have access to comprehensive information. To break free from sexual stigmatization and to build a society that wholeheartedly embraces and celebrates women's diverse experience and aspirations. Thank you for listening, and I'm looking forward to discussing and exchanging views with you.